Welcome back to another segment of LCD repairs. Today we'll be repairing this iPhone 8 with the new LCD. I'm going to go ahead and remove the two screws from the bottom with my pentalobe screwdriver and gain access to this bad boy here. Alright, just set them to a side. I'm going to go around the perimeter with my iSesamo pry tool and open it up so I can go ahead and start removing the LCD, the cracked LCD, so we can go ahead and get this bad boy rolling. Be real careful when you're going over, when you're accessing the screen itself, especially right there, because the home button is right there and you don't want to damage it. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. It's going to open from left to right, and just be careful not to tear any of the flex cables. I'm going to go ahead and use a Phillips screwdriver, tiny small Phillips screwdriver. So there's 4 screws we're going to take out of the we're going to go ahead and take out these 4 screws here from the shield that's holding the LCD and battery actually down, and the digitizer. So once we remove it, we can go ahead and take the battery, remove the battery connector first so we can disable power, and then we can take our LCD and digitizer 2 cables off. Be careful not to try and remove it, because we're going to go up top in just a second and go ahead and remove the camera, front camera assembly. There's 3 screws. The shield there we're going to go ahead and remove. So once we go ahead and remove this, we can go ahead and remove the front camera assembly connector from the motherboard and set it aside. And here we go. We'll have these 3 screws up here. Set them aside. Good thing I got a magnetic tip. I need to remagnetize this thing. See, just pick the shield up, put it to the side. Excuse me. Grab the tweezers. All right. So now, go ahead and set all our shields to the side for our motherboard shields, and now we're going to go ahead and remove the front camera assembly, flex cable, and the entire LCD. Okay, so now what we'll do is go ahead and remove the 4 screws from the home button's shield. We're going to go ahead and remove those 4. Be careful down near your home button, and also up top near the front camera assembly, both the flex cables. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. Once we remove that, we can go ahead and be real careful. We're going to go ahead and apply heat with the heat gun to the front of the LCD so that it'll loosen up the glue from the flex cable and the broken LCD, because we're gonna have to take it off. And if you damage the home button, then there's a problem, but you don't want to create that problem. So just using your iSesamo tool, just hold it down, take the tweezers and flip it from left to right, and then we'll go ahead and apply the heat right here. Okay, on the other side. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and apply the heat with my Wagner. Once we apply enough heat, maybe for about a couple seconds right here, boom. And then be real careful using our tweezers. Go ahead and flip the home button flex cable connector back, and then put it under the button totally, and then see, it fell right out. Good thing I heated it up, because sometimes they get real sticky. Put that to the side right quick. Yep. Be careful to keep track of all your screws with a magnetic mat. That will help a whole lot. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the front camera assembly, flex cable and earpiece speaker But first we got to get this shield off. There's 6 screws right there that we'll go ahead and remove and set them aside. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. Go ahead and use your Phillips screwdriver again. Boom. We'll go ahead and set these aside. Alright. Once we go ahead and get these out here, we can get access to the the front flex cable assembly and the earpiece. But we want to be real careful up here too. We're gonna have to apply heat just like we did just a second ago. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just give us a call here at 404-259-0183. We'll go ahead and do it for you, no problem. You can also mail it to us at 360 Carl Parkway Southeast if you're not local, and we'll take care of getting that iPhone 8 screen repaired. Now you have to go all the way under the flex cable just like we did. We'll apply some more heat, okay, because it seems to be getting stuck. So what we'll do is go ahead and just tweezer it up real gently. Don't tear it, because if you tear it, you know what happens then. Now we gotta replace the entire front camera flex cable. Make sure the proximity sensor comes out real good. See, take that out real nicely, and then we'll go ahead and set that aside, because we'll be replacing that. We want to kind of keep its shape as much as possible. Makes it easier. Set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and test the new LCD. I only have white, so I'm going to go ahead and test it. It looks really good anyway with black and white, flip-flopped or converted colors. I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the motherboard, the LCD to the motherboard, LCD and digitizer to the motherboard, so we can test the new LCD. And then once we finish connecting these 2 cables from the new LCD, we'll go ahead and put the power, the battery connector back down so we can apply power. Go ahead and turn it on. We'll go ahead and turn it on. See, it looks good even without the button in. Let me show it to you right quick. Let it boot up. And looks good so far. Keep that on so no fingerprints get on. So what we'll do is go ahead and put the home button back in. Be real careful. You don't want any crushed pins or bent pins. That also pretty much tend to damage your home button. So just be careful when you're working with the home button and all flex cables, camera, front camera assembly, digitizer cables. Now, feels good. So I'll go ahead and put the home button shield back on. 4 screws. You know, sometimes I'll alternate them. I'll start at the very end and alternate each screw. These pinhole screws are trip sometimes. Good thing it's magnetized. Without your magnetic tip, it is not gonna work at all, buddy. All right, let me get these in quickly as possible. All right. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and reattach the front camera assembly back in place. Go ahead and you'll see the 2 little dots. Go ahead and put them right there, and I'll go ahead and reattach it and make sure the proximity sensor fits in really good. That's gonna have to work, of course. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to answer the phone. Well, you'll be able to answer. You just won't be able to hang it up. If you're having that issue, you know your proximity sensor is bad or not placed right. It has to fit in real smooth. You'll feel it once it pops in. You can see it right there. Yeah, okay. That looks good for now. So we'll go ahead and put the earpiece back in. You'll see the four dots, four gold dots. Go ahead and align them and wrap the camera around the earpiece, putting it back in the holder, the camera holder. And then I'll go ahead and put the shield back on. And there. Okay. And then what I'll do is go ahead. This takes a second. There's 6 screws. It has to be nice and flush, so that the camera will fit in. Actually, it's the earpiece that every piece has to be nice and flush. If it's not flush, uneven, or anything like that, you could risk cracking your LCD, or more than likely you're gonna crack the LCD. But you'll feel it. It's all, you can look at it, eyeball it. Doesn't take that long. You'll know if it's not going in right just by the touchy-feely test. Here we go. Come on now. All right. Let's see how this goes. Go ahead and put these screws back here. See what's what. All right. Sounds feels pretty good. So we'll go ahead and put the LCD and digitizer and front camera back onto the board. We'll reattach them after this screw here. It can cooperate. It keeps. There we go. There we go. Feels pretty good. Now we'll go ahead and reattach the LCD and digitizer to the motherboard connectors. Once we go ahead and do that, what we'll do is go ahead and connect the camera up top. Now once all 3 are connected, we got to prop it up with something because we only have 2 hands. We're going to have to put the 2 shields back on the front camera right here. Assembly shield back on. Once we go ahead and get that on, then we can apply power and put the other shield back on. I'll show you. Go ahead and put the camera on. Be careful because now the LCD and digitizer is connected, so it can pull away. Just align it real good. You'll feel it. Go ahead and press down on it, and you'll have it. We know you can do this. If you want to order an iPhone 8 screen, just give us a call. We can ship it out to you. Also, send you a little toolkit with it so you can do your own installs. It's very easy. Very easy, guys. Alright. Even though it looks like I'm struggling here. Nah. Just align it. And press right down. And there you have it. You'll feel it clip right in. And then just prop it up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and reconnect the battery shield after connecting the battery. Using my Phillips screwdriver, I'll go ahead and put these 4 screws back in right quick. Once it's in, we good. Fire this bad boy up and see what it looked like. If you guys need batteries or anything like that for the iPhone 8, any phone for that matter, just give us a call. Alright, let's get these screws back in right quick. And fire it up. There we go. Alright, so we got these 4 back in. We'll go ahead and put the camera shield screws back in a second. There we go. Okay. Hold up on its own. Risk takers. Magnetize this screwdriver. Jeez. almost there, guys. Just be patient with yourselves. Power it on. Test the screen again and the home button. And let it boot up. Yeah, it looks good. Just a second. There we go. Looks good. On-screen touch assist. The home button works good. There we go, baby. Touch assist, of course, works good. There we go. Yep. Looks good to me. And there we are. Voila.
When you need professionally certified computer and cell phone repair, we understand your need to be connected and accessible. Most repairs can be handled in less than an hour. We provide a comfortable waiting area, as well as merchandise to make your electronic experiences better. When you need cell phone and computer repair, stop by and visit one of our convenient locations. We look forward to seeing you at 404 Computer and Cell Phone Repair. If you have any questions, give us a call. 404-259-0183 or at www.computerrepairatlantastore.com.